Hey, let's talk about Hellboy. So Hellboy, his real name is Rama, which is a crazy name, by the way. But this character was created by Mike Mignola, and we first saw him in San Diego Comic-Con #2, August 1993. So Hellboy was the history of this character. He was summoned to Earth in World War II by Nazi occultists, and they were trying to win the war. So they wanted to go and get something from hell to come in and help win the war and destroy the Americans and all the other people that were fighting against them. But unfortunately for them, and fortunately for everybody else, he was found and raised by a professor, Trevor Buttonholm of the B.P.R.D, the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense, the B.P.R.D. So he raised him in the right way, to where Hellboy was raised in a nurturing environment. He showed love and respect and honor to him, and got him to look at life in a different way and to be a more beneficial character. And so Hellboy went on with the B.P.R.D to fight against all of the evil that was coming in the world. And in the first part of the movies, he shaved his horns off. You saw him with the cigar. He's got the guns. He's got the giant hands. So we'll get into that in a second. So let's talk about some of his abilities. So Hellboy, he's got super strength. He's got accelerated healing. He's got the right hand of doom. He's got longevity, and he's got the demon bloodline. So when we see him in the movies, which are, they were played by Ron Perlman, who did a fantastic job, by the way. Mr. Ron Perlman, awesome job, sir. I watched the movies. I enjoyed them. I thought you did an excellent job in your portrayal of Hellboy. But he portrayed him in 2004 and 2008, and then the reboot in 2019. So there's been a few movies of Hellboy, and then of course there's another Hellboy movie that came out. I think Ron played in the 04 and 08 movies, and then there was another actor that played him in 2019. But Ron knocked it out the park. I thought he did a great job. That's my favorite Hellboy, my favorite version of him. And when you watch those movies, you get a great appreciation of the character and what he went through and how he developed and became, someone that was fighting against evil. So let's get to the sculpture that I created. So this is a wire sculpture of Hellboy. And as you can see, he's got the right hand of doom. I made it giant, got a giant rendition of that. And he's holding that big shooter that he had, the big gun that he was carrying in the movie. But I made him with his long horns, where they're uncut. And once again, this is all made out of 22 gauge coated copper wire. And it's my plan was to capture the essence of the character. So I'm not trying to make it exactly like Hellboy, but I want to make sure that when you see it, you understand that I'm trying to capture the essence of the character and bring it to life. So he's got all those little details in there, got his belt, and just got the chest, and then of course the hair. And it was a really cool sculpture to create. And Hellboy was a cool character. I mean, it brought in the whole series of characters that came from that universe. And I thought that they did a fantastic and phenomenal job at bringing them to life. And we're looking for more. I mean, with 3 movies, we had a trilogy. Granted, it wasn't all Ron Perlman, who's my favorite, but we still had 3 Hellboy movies, and I think they did really well with it. So if you guys like this, let me know from the Hellboy universe, which Hellboy did you like? Because there were a couple. I want to know if you like Ron Perlman's version of him or the second actor. I can't remember his name, but it doesn't matter because Ron Perlman's my favorite anyway. So which one of those guys was your favorite? Which movie was your favorite? If you read about him in the comic books, what's your favorite comic? So I'm curious about that. Do you know what comic Hellboy has, and what is your favorite one? What's the ability that's your favorite? I'm looking to see what you guys know about this character if you really like it. Give me a like, follow, subscribe, and share, and just talk to me. Let me hear what you guys have to say. I want to know if you really like this character and what you like about it. Hey, I'm Kivas. I'm the Wire Guy. I always say, guys, stay twisted.